Hey Gemini, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life reading for August 1st through the 15th. If you want to skip the card pull and go straight to your messages, feel free to click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to first pull a couple of oracle cards just to see what that's too many. Just to see what the overall energy is that's surrounding this reading for you. So let's see what we have for my Gemini collective. And we have Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. And let's pull another oracle card for you. Another oracle card. And we have message in a bottle. All right, so we'll see how those tie into your overall reading, but let's get into some tarot and start first with your current energy. What's going on with my Gemini collective? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. For what's currently hidden from you. What's currently hidden from my Geminis? We have the King of Wands in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Ace of Cups. And for your potential outcome. Okay, we have a couple. We have the Tower in reverse. And we also have the Three of Wands. So let me grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit more for you. Starting again with your current energy. We have the Seven of Pentacles. For what's currently hidden from you. What's currently hidden from my Gemini collective. We have the King of Cups. For advice from Spirit. Okay, we have two that came out. We have the Blasted Tower and we have Death in reverse. And I feel like one flipped over. Maybe I was wrong. Nope, it didn't. And for your potential outcome, we have the Eight of Pentacles and we also have the Three of Swords. All right, so let's get some Lenormand and get some final messages before we get into your reading. And so for your current energy, we have Official Person. For what's currently hidden, we have Imprisonment. Advice from Spirit, we have Pathway. And for potential outcome, we have Thief. Okay, Gemini, there is a lot going on in your reading, but let's get into it. So with the overall energy, we have Sacred Space and we also have Message in a Bottle. So it feels like the energy that's surrounding this reading for you all right now is one of waiting. And I feel as though you are at this time putting a lot of faith into the divine that things are going to work out. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement that's happening right now. It almost feels as though you are waiting on some sort of communication, some sort of message, some indication that seems so far off that's going to just kind of drift into you, you know, at some point in life. But it feels very frustrating. It feels, again, like you're sort of in a holding pattern. And not to say that you are in a negative energy per se, but I feel like you're working very hard to try and ground yourself. That you are, you know, working very hard to make that connection with the universe in hopes that this message will come in a little bit faster for you. But it feels like a lot of waiting, a lot of hoping, a lot of trying to stay in a positive space energetically. Yeah. So, oh Lord. So looking at your current energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And we also have the Official Person. So with this energy, it feels as though you're not really giving a lot. There's nothing necessarily here for you to nurture. It doesn't feel as though you think that any efforts you put in are going to be immediately reciprocated or appreciated. It feels as though you've sort of planted the seeds, and it's like, okay, I'm going to wait for these to bear some kind of fruit. And it may be that in whatever situation this is that there's someone in a quote position of power that has a lot of influence on how things have gone, how things are going. They might be the reason that these things haven't come to fruition. Maybe you're waiting to hear something from this person about something that you've been waiting on, but it doesn't feel as though you're really contributing to the cause anymore. If nothing else, it almost feels as though you're preserving your energy, you're protecting your space by trying to maintain your balance, trying to connect with the divine. It doesn't feel like a lot is going on right now. It just feels as though you're waiting. So looking at what's currently hidden from you, we have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Cups, and we also have imprisonment. So it feels as though right now there's this feeling of you being trapped. That's one of the biggest challenges right now, is that this message hasn't come in from this person that will sort of get you out of this stagnant place. I think that will create an environment in your life that's something that you enjoy more than what it is right now. It feels, again, very stuck, very stagnant. It feels as though you're locked in this place and there's not much that you can do about it. I think that what you don't see is that there is some sort of offer coming that I think you will enjoy, but it's going to be a little bit challenging, I think, for you getting out of this place of feeling stuck, of feeling trapped. So looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Blasted Tower, we have Death in reverse, and we also have Pathway. So what this feels like to me is that Spirit is saying to continue to embrace the thought of a new start, something, to expect a shift, to expect some sort of change. And while it may not be a complete transformation, it is going to be enough to open that door. So even though things are kind of stagnant now, don't give up. Don't let go of what this is that you've planted the seeds for. What this is that's coming into your life, that's fresh, that's new, that's something that you truly want. Be prepared for that shift. It may not be as dramatic as you thought it might be. It may not be exactly what you wanted or what you thought it would be, this message that comes in or this opportunity, but it is going to be enough to open the door to that. So it almost feels as though Spirit is saying that prepare yourself for an interim step. Whatever happens next is not going to be the end all be all to this situation, but it is going to be enough of a change that puts you on a different path, this path where the seeds that you have planted. So it almost feels as though, like, if you planted 10 seeds, then this is 2 of them sprouting, right? So it's enough to let you know that things are happening, but you don't have like the full garden just yet. So I feel like Spirit is saying that, hold on to what it is that you want, but temper your expectations in the amount of change that's going to happen immediately, the way that it happens, and the timing in which things occur. It'll be something. It'll be something, I think, on a smaller scale than what you wanted, but it's still going to be significant in your life. So looking at the potential outcome, we have the Tower in reverse, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and we also have Thief. So the outcome, it feels like a little bit of a mixed bag. I think that whatever this is that happens, again, with the Tower in reverse, it's not going to be anything dramatic for you. It's going to be more of a of a subtle shift. It's going to be a small incremental changes or small incremental change. And to a certain extent, you're still going to be waiting for whatever it is that you were looking for, this sort of big message. That's not what's going to happen immediately. Again, I think that this doorway will open, and it's going to require you to put in a little bit more effort, right? Because when we had the Queen of Pentacles right now, that's in your energy in reverse, this is you not really putting a whole lot of effort. This is you sort of waiting, right? So I think ultimately this little door that opens, this door that cracks open, is going to be enough where you say, okay, I'm going to need to put in a little bit of work. And I think that you're going to be a little bit disappointed in how things unfold, because it didn't do so in the way that you wanted it to, in the way that you expected it to. And I think you might feel a little bit slighted. Like, you might feel as though you were robbed a little bit. But that doesn't mean that the opportunity is not there. You just might have to shift your perspective a little bit and the way that you approach it. So where you might have been a little bit passive before, now is the time for you to put in a little more effort. I don't think that this is going to be something where you have to go balls out, but this little crack is going to be enough where you can see what type of work needs to be put in, how much work needs to be put in, and when you need to put that in. I don't think that that's going to necessarily take away from the disappointment that you experience, that it's not, some huge to do, but it's going to be enough. It's going to be okay. This is, for you, it's going to be an incremental process, Gemini. So little steps, and make sure to keep protecting your energy as you do this. So I'm going to pull one last oracle card for you and see what final message Spirit has. And so what we have for you is reevaluate your priorities. So again, this is your shift, right? This is you in sort of seeing that there's not this big whiz bang boom moment of transformation, that it's incremental. This might be a good time for you to sit and reflect on what's most important to you. Is having this change all of a sudden, or being able to take advantage of the opportunities that open up? Making sure that you are able to protect your space while you are nurturing and cultivating these seeds that you have planted in the past. So do you want big dramatic change, or do you want sustainable change where you maintain your sanity, your emotional, mental, physical health? Think about those things as you move forward and as you're sort of in this waiting process. But I do think that you will overcome this disappointment, and you'll think about what's important to you, what's meaningful to you, your priorities in moving forward. And that'll sort of guide your work and your moving forward, and you're waiting for your shifts to sort of come in. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Gemini. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it resonated with you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.